Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Souls in Search. I'm Edlin, and for today, I want to start reading this page off this book, The Mountain is You by Brianna West. It's transforming self-sabotage into self-mastery. So letting go of unrealistic expectations. It is not that brave to say you love your body only after you've contorted it to precisely what you want it to look like. It is not brave to say you don't care about possessions when you have access to everything in the world. It is not that brave to say that you aren't motivated by money when you have enough of it. When you only find happiness and peace after you fixed every flaw, mastered every challenge, and are living decisively in the after part of the picture of your life, you have not resolved anything. You have only reinforced the idea that you cannot be okay until everything is perfect. The truth is that you do not change your life when you fix every piece and call that healing. You change your life when you start showing up exactly as you are. You change your life when it becomes comfortable with being, sorry, let me say that again. You change your life when you become comfortable with being happy here, even if you want to go forward. You change your life when you can love yourself, even though you don't look exactly the way you want to. You change your life when you are principled about money and love and relationships, when you treat strangers as well as you do your CEO, and when you manage $1,000 the same way you would manage 10,000. You change your life when you start doing the truly scary thing, which is showing up exactly as you are. So here I am. So today's message is I let go to find out the truth of who I am. And I love this passage of that Brianna writes here in this book, The Mountain is You, because I'm currently going through that right now. And I'm totally gonna be, vulnerable with you guys. I am in the most peaceful and the most happiest and the most fulfilled moment in my life. Like I truly feel it, and I have no idea what tomorrow is gonna bring. I left my career in March, and I have not been working since then, and that can be terrifying, right? I mean, we have to pay bills, we have to eat, we have to buy clothes, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But it's I've been very blessed and fortunate that I was able to um position myself financially in a place where I was able to do the deep work of really going into every aspect of my life and figuring out what's no longer working with me and what do I want to align to. So just to give you guys a little bit of a timeline of what my life has looked like in the past 5 years. 2020, obviously the pandemic happened, and a lot of emotions, a lot of things were going on around the world and in my life. I was included in that too. And that's when I started to just getting like the nudge of you're not happy. This relationship is not fulfilling you. I was married to someone for 8 years, and I was just not happy. And I felt that I didn't have a way out. I didn't know how to release myself from that commitment, especially because I'm someone that I'm truly loyal. I truly believe in the commitment of marriage. I truly loved my partner at the time. I wanted the relationship to work. Um, mostly fear, mostly ego, mostly all of those things were convoluted in my emotions, and I really wasn't able to see clear at the time that I was with him, and if this relationship was for me, if it wasn't for me, even it was that's another story for another day, because just that relationship itself um was one of the most transforming experiences of my life. And I say that because the moment I decided to walk away from it, to say that's it, this is not for me, I can no longer be in a relationship where my self-worth is being questioned, where I don't feel like I am loved, I don't feel protected, I don't feel taken care of in the ways that I needed it, right? I mean, there were other great things that the relationship provided, and I will never take that away from it. But what I needed at my core, it didn't provide it for me. It was a lot of illusions and fantasies that I created because I wanted to be chosen. I wanted to make it work. I wanted to, um, I just didn't want to be a failure, right? I really felt that me, walking away from this relationship, especially after 8 years. I mean, we had a home together. We grew together in a lot of ways. That was really, really, really hard. It was really hard for me to walk away. And to be honest with you, I don't know how I did it. I honestly, it was like one day, just something just came to me and was, what are you doing? Why are you continuing to torture yourself when you know you're not happy? When he wasn't happy, like we just were not happy, but it almost felt like no one wanted to like unplug. Nobody wanted to be the bad guy, right? And so um somehow, some way, God gave me the strength, and I just said, we can't do this anymore. Like this, I just don't want to do this anymore. So that was in 2021. In 2022, a friend, well, I would say that at the time I thought she was my best friend, someone that I've shared everything with, that I loved so deeply, as not just like as a friend, like a family. Like she was like my sister, my other half. I mean, I think this hurt me more than my divorce. Like, imagine being friends with someone for 17 plus years and you being on the phone with this person and them telling you, I'm gonna call you back, and never calling you again. Of course, there's a little bit more to that story, but that's essentially what happened. And that was what really, I thought the divorce was what cracked me open. No, no, no. That cracked me open in such a deep and profound way because I did not know that. I'm gonna get emotional. I was not expecting that. You think that you've done the work, you've thought that you've healed, you think that you've covered everything that you needed to uncover, and then you get watery. And it's not that I miss her, it's that it makes me emotional because I truly was heartbroken, and I did not, I couldn't even explain to you the how hurt I was, and um how that relationship and her walking away from my life, how that truly was a blessing. It was a blessing in disguise, but in the moment, I didn't see it that way. I was angry. I was resentful. I was, there was a lot of emotions that I felt. I felt betrayed. I felt, what the, like, after everything that I've done for you, after how I've been, a friend, a true friend. And of course, not every relationship is perfect, and I could reflect back on the things that I could have done better and how I could have shown up better as a friend. I mean, of course, I'm gonna always take accountability for my part of the story. But that definitely broke my heart, and it broke it in such a profound way, but it also helped me, in that darkness, I was able to really um look at myself and allow myself to grieve, allow myself to feel, allow myself to truly, because you can't let go if you don't feel it. You can't let go of things, especially when there's no closure, right? Especially when there's no conversation of like, hey, this relationship isn't working out anymore. I don't want to be your friend for whatever reason, right? Um, and even if it hurts you saying like, yeah, I understand. And if you feel that way, what can I do? I can't force you to be my friend. But when there's no closure and you have to find closure for yourself, man, was that hard. But it definitely, I always try to find beauty in things, even in the darkest of places, the darkest of the darkest situations, and I truly had to figure out, well, what's the lesson here? What am I learning, and what and how can I move forward, right? So that was in 2022. In 2023, I don't seem seems like things weren't okay in 23. I can't remember what exactly 2023 brought, but 2024, my mom used to live with me, and that was a bit hard. I'm not gonna lie. I've had a lot of ups and downs, and my relationship with my mom is a bit, well, now it's better because I no longer let myself get triggered. I am trying to really love her from a place of understanding and compassion, and knowing that she did the best she could with the tools that she had, but also recognizing that some of her behaviors and some of her, let's just say, some of her behaviors are were not aligned with me, and I needed to set some boundaries. And even then, God worked its magic, and in 2024 my mom moved out of my house. So that was like a big thing. And she had gotten really sick that year too. So it was very emotional. 2024 I feel like was when I started to heal my feminine and my feminine wounds and my relationship with the feminine. And then in 2025, I decided to quit my job. I decided to quit my corporate job. I was just not happy. I didn't care that I walked away from a $200,000 job. I didn't care that I was um, putting myself in a situation that I really didn't know what the outcome was going to be. I just knew that I just knew I needed out. And I tell you all of this so that you can see how the healing journey is not linear. It's gonna have its ups and downs. It's gonna shake you. It's going to you're gonna trip, you're gonna tumble, you're gonna fall, you're gonna have to get up, you're gonna have to scrape your knees. Yeah. And and keep pushing, right? And so, um, one of the things that I'm learning, well, not that I'm learning, actually, I still am in the process of learning because I still think we are here, we're a student of life, and we're here to learn and to let go of the things that don't serve us or not, or are not aligned with us. And sometimes those things could be good for us 10 years ago, right? Like my marriage was good for me 10 years ago. The relationship with that friend was good 10 years ago. Um, the relationship I had with my mother 10 years ago was one that was fine. Now is not it. I'm not in alignment with those things anymore. And that was really hard. That was really hard to be honest with myself and say, yeah, it hurt like hell when she, the friend, left. But I know that we weren't in alignment anymore. And I felt that. And I felt that in the last couple of years of our relationship, that we just had different mindsets, we just had different goals, we just had different way of viewing life. But when you are so used to someone, when you are so comfortable being around someone, no matter how toxic they are, and again, I'm not saying that she was the only toxic one here. I had my own toxicity that I had to work with. But what I am saying is, when you are in those environments and that's all you know and that's all you see, then and that's all you believe you're worthy of attaining, then you don't strive for more, or you keep yourself small, because the fear of letting go is hard. It's tough to let go of a marriage, let go of friendships, let go of sometimes even family members, and sometimes, letting go of your own limited beliefs, the things that I've had. I feel like God had ripped everything away from me in these last 5 years so that I can almost look at the mirror with nothing. There's no status, there's no title, um there's no friendships, there's no noise from the outside world, because I'm in my own little cocoon trying to figure out, well, who the F is Edlin? Like, who am I under all after you take all of it out, what am I here to do? What's my purpose? What is my passion? What brings me joy? Why have I accepted the things that I've accepted? Why have I played small? Like I had to do some deep, they call that in the spiritual world, the dark night of the soul, because that's exactly what I feel like I went through these 7 months. These 7 months were one of the one of the hardest months emotionally that I have been through. And I'll tell you, I started in March when I left my job. I started thinking I was really depressed, and I was just depressed because not because of leaving the job, because trust me and believe me, I did not want to be there, but almost grieving that identity that I had created for myself, like an HR director, and I made this much, and I was on track to, I wanted to, be VP and all of this stuff. And it's now that I'm looking back at it, I just realized that those are not the things that I wanted. Those are just things that were presented to me as the things that I should be, reaching for. And I took that blueprint and I ran with it. And now that I have put that blueprint, I threw that blueprint into the fire, and now I'm here thinking, okay, well, what is your life going to become? Like, what do you want to do with your life? What is the thing that's going to make you happy and fulfilled? And believe it or not, it's this. I've always wanted to teach. I've always wanted to inspire. I've always wanted to motivate, but I've been so afraid of my own power, my own greatness, thinking, well, who's gonna listen? Who's gonna want to listen? Who's gonna want to tune in and listen to what I have to say? And it's funny because I'm the friend that everyone calls for when they need an advice. I'm the friend that's always going to be there when you need her the most. I'm someone that would take the shirt off my back if someone needed it. I truly love helping people. I truly love humanity. I truly want us to, and this is the idealistic part of me. Like, I want to live in a world where people feel loved and appreciated and valued and respected and seen. And it has to start with each and every one of us to do that work um of walking towards our own dark night of the soul and figuring out, like, what are our demons? What is it that we're afraid of? What are we afraid of? The judgment? Well, yeah, people are going to judge. Someone's going to watch this video and say, what the fuck is she even talking about? Oopsie, my bad. My bad. What the heck is she talking about? And that's okay. It's not meant to be for everyone. I'm not meant to be liked by everyone. I'm not meant to be seen by everyone. I want to be intentional. And every time I start recording, I always pray to God and ask that the people that need to see this will see this. The people that it needs to be reached to, this video will reach you. And I don't care if it's, one person, five people, 10 people, a million people, whatever it is that God wants this channel to become, then I leave that to him, and when I say him, it's because I'm used to, I grew up Catholic, and we always him, but I'm even having some different, I'm even having a different perspective of what God really is. And that's a conversation for another day, because I'm sure I'm going to trigger a couple of people that, believe um that God is a he, when, yeah, well, we're going to go down a different rabbit hole. But yeah, I now want to live a life of flow. I want to be able to do the things that I enjoy. I want to be able to do the things that spark interest to me. I want to be able to inspire and motivate, and be a testament that you can change your life, you can heal, you can find forgiveness, even if they have not asked you for forgiveness. You can find true fulfillment. We have been sold dream that we need to work, we need to go to school, we need to get in debt, we need to, climb the corporate ladder, we need to buy a house with a with a, what is it, white picket fence? Is that how they say it? Have the dog, have the two kids, and we're happy. That's that's not what happiness is, because in that dream, where is there room for passion? Where is there room for creativity? Where is there room for you to express yourself in the way that you feel called to? I feel like everyone um has a gift to show the world, but we're so afraid to be authentically who we are because the world tells us that who we are is not enough. But if you're a believer of God, if you're a believer that we are a mirror of him, then why wouldn't we think that we're divine, that we are an expression of his love, and that he wants us to live a life of abundance, of creativity, of joy, of happiness, of giving and receiving, of true fulfillment. And I've learned that in order for you to get there, you have to learn how to let go. You have to learn how to let go of the limited beliefs. You have to let go of playing small. You have to let go of the idea of, well, happiness is not for me. Like that's for fairy tales. Like, yeah, the world is hard. I'm not gonna deny it. I'm not gonna deny that, especially me, that I used to be so naive and so just like obl I don't know if it's oblivious, but yeah, like I just thought that like everyone had my heart. I really thought everyone had my intentions of that I never wanted harm for anyone. I never have been someone that has envious or been jealous of anyone. I mean, I can admire someone and what they have and say, wow, that's pretty cool. Like I want to aspire to be able to do that too, but never in a way of, oh my God, I want what she has. I want what he has because, while like it's never been with malice. And I've had to wake up. It was a rude awakening of, yeah, the world has a lot of unhealed people. And I think this is why I want to continue with this channel, because I want to hopefully reach those people that are unhealed, that are looking for a light, that are in a place that they don't know how to get themselves out of and need a little guidance, need a little help. I feel like that's what God put me in this world. I think all of the things that I went through, being heartbroken, being betrayed, having people laugh at my dreams, me self-sabotaging myself, me being my own worst enemy, me being the reason why I don't move forward in the projects and the things that I'm passionate about, because I'm always afraid of, oh, but it's not perfect, or what if they make fun of it, or what if I'm judged by it. I let go of all of that, and it's been so liberating to finally just let myself create and let myself just create from a place of love, create from a place um of true service, that I'm here because I am a mirror to someone else who has been through the things that I've been through, and maybe doesn't have faith that there's a way out. There is a way out. There is a way where you can find happiness, and it's you doing the work. It's you looking to you have to put effort. And I put a lot of effort in these last 5 years, specifically in these last 7 months. And for me, these last 5 years have been, once when I divorced, I got into therapy. I did therapy for a little bit. Then, because therapy, like anything, it's like a relationship. You have to connect with your therapist. And I was very fortunate that in every step God sent me the right teachers when the student was ready. And so in every step of the way, I've been guided to meet, to speak with, the books that I've read, the YouTubers that I've followed that are into spirituality that have really opened up my perspective, that have really been so instrumental in my healing. I mean, there's no words that I can express gratitude to the girls that like Natija and I'm gonna mess up their name, but I'll put their information on my on the descriptions because wow, these girls are so inspiring. And I'm 36. These girls are like in their mid 20s, and the way that they're this is one of the things I admire about the Gen Zs. I think it's the Gen Zs, right? The generation after the millennials. They're just so fierce in their beliefs, in who they are. Like they don't play that nonsense. And I love that about them. I love that they um are they're really comfortable in just expressing themselves and expressing their feelings and saying when something, isn't aligned with them. When in my generation wasn't really like that. We were yeah, we were told what to do and we just had to follow. And so yeah, I'm just so grateful for this journey, honestly, and I'm excited for what's to come. I have a couple of things, a couple of projects that I'm working on that I'm really excited to share, hopefully once they start materializing. Because that's another thing I had to learn, discernment. Like not everybody wants to see you win, my friends, and um we have to have discernment of who we are telling our dreams to, who are we telling our plans to, because not everybody wants, yeah, not everyone's in our corner. And that's unfortunate, right? Like that's one of the things that makes me the saddest, that when women and women are just not supporting each other, or we're just bashing one another and not truly being collaborators and seeing, well, like how can I help you with what you got going on, and what can I do to highlight you, or to yeah, or to just help you along your path. And unfortunately, I haven't had a lot of that in my life. I haven't really had much support from the feminine, and that's one of the things that I'm trying to cultivate now. And in one of the projects that I'm working on, I had called my first realtor when I bought my first house with my ex-husband, and we've remained friends. And I called her a few days ago and I told her about the project that I'm working on, and just was pitching it to her because she's in an industry that can really help me with my business and what I'm trying to do. And she was just so genuinely like excited. She was so happy to that I called her, that I reached out. She was it just felt so authentic and genuine to have someone that's like, "Oh my God, of course, these are some tips. These are some things that I think you should look at. Let's sit together. Let's get together next week and talk about how I can help you." And I was just like, "Wow, thank you so much." Like I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with me, and I really appreciate how generous you are with your time and with your words, and with your authenticity of really wanting to see me succeed. So, there are people like that in the world. And I think the reason why I'm attracting more of that is because I'm no longer playing small. I'm like this with myself. We have become besties, and I cannot believe that all this time I've had I I just put her in the back seat. And now that that I've done some work on myself, um that I've truly have healed some of my own insecurities, some of my own limited mindsets. It's just beautiful that nothing has really changed. I still live in the same place. I'm still here, but inside everything's changed. The way I see my boyfriend, how our relationship continues to strengthen and how it's flourishing. I don't have in this moment in my life lots of friends or people that I can call with that have the same mindset as me, that want to continue to grow and learn and deepen their spirituality and their relationship with God. But I know that will come. And it's one of the things that, I pray and I put it out there to the universe that my tribe and the people that are meant to be in my life in this new season of my life will come. So that doesn't worry me. But I've never been more happy and more fulfilled in solitude than in this moment of my life. Anybody looking from the outside in would be, oh, she seems so lonely. She doesn't really hang out with anybody other than her boyfriend, or she doesn't really, you know, whatever people might be thinking about me, because I know that they are. I know that there's people that are gossiping and that are making up their own stories of what I'm doing or what I'm not doing, but I don't care. Like, I don't owe anything to anybody, right? I'm here trying to figure out my life. I'm here to trying to figure out what is the thing that's going to propel me to the next chapter in my life. Like, I have big dreams, big ideas. I want to write a book. I want to um, you know, s- I'm starting a company, and I'm trying to get my finances in order. I'm trying to be the fittest and the most healthiest that I've ever been. Like, I have so many ambitions and so many goals, and I don't want any distractions. I want to let go of any distractions that hinder me from achieving my wildest dreams. And I know that some of it, I know I have an idea of what I want to do, and the rest I leave it to God, because He has always provided for me exactly in the moments that I've needed it, and in ways that I could have not even imagined. And so that's the the fuel that keeps me going in the days that I feel down, that I feel like, what the fudge did I do? I have less and less of those now, but I'm not gonna lie, there's days that I struggle with um understanding the path. Like, am I on the right path? Did I make a mistake? Should I be looking for a job in corporate? Should I be um settling with, with where I want to live? Should I continue to be in the circles that I was before, because they provided comfort and I knew what role to play, and it was easy to play that role. Um, and no, no, that's not living. That's not life. It is going to be uncomfortable there. And I think I'm understanding that notion of you have to be uncomfortable to get comfortable. And that's always going to be life, right? Like, right now, I'm in an uncomfortable moment in my life. My career is not defined. I've been out of work for 7 months. I don't have unlimited resources. And I am in front of a camera spilling my beans, spilling my guts, um, and not knowing how this is going to be received, not knowing where this is going. I don't know, but I feel called to sit here and just talk. I don't, even this, I'm trying not to stress myself so much. Like, I sat here before recording and I made some notes, and yeah, I think I'm saying some of the things I wrote, but I'm just letting myself just be, and not try to be perfect, and not try to be a certain I don't know, a certain image or a certain whatever. I don't know. I want to be me. And I want those that follow me because they can resonate with the message, or they feel like, yeah, there's something about her. There's something about her energy that I like and that I can relate to, and that, if she could do it, why can't I? Why can't I do it, right? Like that. And that's what I want to hopefully inspire and motivate people to just unchain themselves from the shackles that they put on. Because we're the ones that put ourselves in this prison. I mean, yeah, society, our families might have put us there in the first place, but we have a choice. No matter how difficult your situation looks like, you have a choice. And I know you say, oh God, and yeah, easier said than done. Oh, I know it's easy. No, I know. Trust me and believe me that I know that it's not. that easy. It's not easy to tell your ex that this ain't working. It's not easy when you have to walk away from friendships that you thought you were going to be in forever. You thought that this was your person, you thought that this was your ride or die, and then the world comes and shakes you and it's like, nah, it was just a season for a reason. And that was hard. And walking away from my job, the hardest thing I've had to do, one of the hardest things I had to do, but I was choosing myself. I refused to at that moment, I refused to believe that this is all the universe had for me. I refused to believe that I needed to settle in a job that was draining my spirit, my soul, that it was not, I was giving it more than it was giving me. And that's not what we're here for. We're here for balance, for an exchange of giving and receiving. And that was really hard. That was really hard, but I'm excited because all of those experiences have molded me, or have molded me into who I am today. And I absolutely love who I am today. I love that I am I love my imagination. I think my imagination really helped me um get out of really dark places, because even when and I think that's where, like, I give it to my spirit. I have such a strong spirit that it would not allow me to just stay down. That even when I was kicked, even when I was dragged, that I was going to get up and that I was going to keep moving, because I was not meant to play small, and neither should you. I was not meant to um, just take crumbs. Why? I'm the daughter of the divine. I am divinity myself. So why do I think that I don't deserve everything that my mind can imagine, and which is a lot? So I leave you with this, my friends. One of the reasons why I'm gonna really, really try to stay consistent with my videos, because I want you guys to be part of my soul's journey, of my soul's searching, that through these videos and me um sharing my obstacles, my challenges, my triumphs, that you guys can hopefully see the evolution of Edlin and be inspired by it, and say, wow, like, I remember when she started YouTube videos talking a whole lot, and like, look at her now. Cause look at me now. Hey, look at me now. We're getting paper. Well, that's what we're putting out in the universe, that the paper's gonna come. All right, my loves. Thank you so much for joining my channel. Make sure you subscribe and leave me a comment if you have any anything to say. Please be respectful, and be kind. We're humans. I'm a human trying my best. Sending you guys so much love, so much light. And until next time, peace.